Well, hi everyone again. Fantastic to have you back. How's the ride? How's your workout? How's life?
How's the ride? Guys, hey.
Real quick.
This podcast is a part of the You Run Podcast Network where you can find interesting and amazing podcasts just like ours that talk about a wide range of topics: horror, spooky, cinema, kooky, creepy, the lore, and so much more by going to You Run Podcast. That's you as in person, run as in do it. Now back to you, Chrissy.
Back to me. Welcome to the Paranormal Misfits Podcast, where the curious roam, the weird feels at home, and horror is just another day in the office. I am one half of this dazzling duo, Chrissy.
Sorry, I was being gay. I took a sip of my iced coffee. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Nino Daniel, also known as, Nino Daniel. And I am the other half. I am the less fun second half of this duo. Chrissy's looking at him. Also, Chrissy's nails today. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's giving vanilla swirl sparkly hot pink.
I know.
I wish I have biology nails.
Right? I have work in healthcare.
I have what God gave me and a little bit of whatever this woman Jasmine did with like an acrylic like gel cover thing. So do you like crypto gel? So super excited. Super excited to be back doing this again. Thanks for having us in your car and in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of love. My camera keeps zooming in and out and it's pissing me off. Okay, anyways. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click the show notes and purchase the merch if you are able to. Now, remember that some support is free. Favoriting us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Giving us 5-star ratings. You can even give us suggestions on our social media page. That's Paranormal Misfits Podcast or Official Nino Daniel. All of that is completely free and it helps us. And the way that we help you by you helping us is giving you quality content that you can't escape from. That's everywhere in your life, in your home, your car, in your Ring camera.
Sometimes we like to break out the Ouija and just say, pick a place.
I literally, me as fuck. I'm like, who we calling out today?
Whose grandma's coming through the ether? No.
Hello, shut the fuck up. First of all, okay, we're not even going to get into that. Chrissy, what do you have for our dazzling spooky ghouls today?
So, what I have is Candyman. We're going to cover Candyman. I love the movie. We love some Tony Todd. May he rest in his power.
Yes.
Also,
really quickly,
the urban legends. Hold on. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, not to interrupt, but last episode we were talking about Final Destination Bloodlines. And I just want to give a shout out to Tony Todd, because I believe that was his last piece of cinematic work before his passing.
Yes, and if I heard correctly, they allowed him to improv his
entire scene.
Mm-hmm. So.
Love you, Tony Todd. Okay, tell us more.
Okay, so Candyman, we obviously know it's a movie franchise, but there are urban legends that inspired this franchise. And you'll be surprised of how Candyman was written by the creator of Hellraiser.
Is Hellraiser the one with the needles?
Yes. Pinhead,
that was my next Killer Comebacks episode I'm planning.
Ooh, I love it. Okay. So we know Candyman stars the beloved Tony Todd as the infamous hooked-handed ghost who appears when you chant his name 5 times in a mirror. But do you actually know about the urban legends and the short story that gave us this 90s cult classic? Like, do you?
I personally, Nino Daniel, I think I was busy escaping a war at that time, but tell me more.
Tell you more? Okay, yeah. So there are some correlations where people are like, oh, there's the urban legend of like the Hook Man. So, like in I Know What You Did Last Summer, they use the urban legend story of like 2 teens going out to like whatever makeout point and then they get gutted by the Hook Man, right? Like they cover that story in Urban Legends, the movie, which I also love that movie. Love it. But with Candyman, Candyman came out in 1992. And it's 2 urban legends fusing together, right, to make this entity. So we have mirror summoning. And with mirror summoning, usually you go to like the legend of, what's that?
Like a scrying mirror?
No. So mirror scrying is one thing, right? You can scry in a mirror with those in the spiritual aspect. But when we're talking like mirror summoning, think of like Bloody Mary.
Hell no. No, hell to
You know, you immediately think of Bloody. I don't even know how to play Bloody Mary. I'm not even gonna lie. I
no,
went
no.
to sleepovers as a kid during this time period, and I'd always have friends that are like, "We're gonna go to peace,
We're
guys.
not.
I'm
Fuck
gonna go.
off.
I'm gonna be asleep in my sleeping bag. She ain't coming for
No,
me because
because
I won't
no,
be
because
there."
because I will zip myself up to the brim in this fucking shit. I will cook myself like a fucking hot pocket in that sleeping bag on a hot summer day, outdoors
Yeah.
in noon. No. Okay, so mirror summoning.
Right, so we're in mirror summoning. So it takes the mirror summoning legend, and then what I was talking about earlier with the Hookman legend, right? Maniac killer comes out of like the psych ward or whatever, and he's got a hook for a hand, essentially, is the legend. But back to Bloody Mary, so we all know that's a popular sleepovers thing. We all watch The fucking Craft. Girls did weird shit for sleepover
Didn't they
entertainment.
do like a TV show, like
The
on the
Craft,
craft too?
yes,
Wasn't there like a
they
TV
sure
show?
did. Yeah, and I didn't watch it mainly because I'm not one of like I don't know. I didn't even watch the remake of The Craft. They remade The Craft, right?
They
Yeah.
remade. Listen, if it's not Nev Campbell, I don't want it.
Right. And that one girl, the
Yeah.
one that plays Nancy. I can't ever remember her name.
She was top tier. I'll look it up in a second.
Okay. So anyways, so it's a popular sleepover game. Most girls have encountered at some point or another. I know I did. I never took part in it because I just don't fuck around like that, right? I'm not the fuck around and find out kind of thing where what
Unless
is
someone
it?
pisses you off.
That's true. But that's them fucking around and finding out, not me fucking around. I'm just the repercussion.
Send in the reinforcements, babe.
That's where we're at. So Bloody Mary is also one of those that people always love to use during like truth or dare games. Like, I dare you to go into the mirror, turn off all the lights, like that shit, right? Once again, don't play truth or dare. Why? Because I'm a private person. You could fuck off. Like,
Robin Tunney.
okay.
Wait, no. You said who plays
No.
Nancy?
Nancy.
Oh, Faruja Balk.
Yes. And I always remember her from fucking Waterboy, where she's in like the window.
Yep.
Okay, so while the dare became really popular, so Bloody Mary actually became really popular in the 70s. And it's still kind of popular to this day because you can catch a couple of content creators like who want to do like the spooky stuff or whatever. I'm going to summon Bloody Mary. Go ahead, boo boo. Go ahead.
That's all you.
I won't watch, but I will watch what happens after. I watch aftermath. I don't watch how we got there.
I don't watch how the equation gets equated. I just look at the answer.
Just the
I'm
answer.
not dumb.
I'm going to go in the back of the book and we're just going to see it. But apparently, the idea of using mirrors to summon has been around for a very long time. It's in the spiritual and paranormal communities, mirrors are believed to be portals, right? That's why whenever death happens in certain cultures, they immediately cover all the mirrors. The idea behind that is so when the person who passed, their spirit's passing through the house, it doesn't get captured by a mirror and stuck in like a loop, is the idea for that. In fucking Victorian time period, what was with the Victorians?
I don't know their secret, but
I don't know their secret either, but Victorians during the stupid fucking time period of spirituality, ghosts or whatever, they used mirrors, women did, single women, used mirrors as a means to try and see what the image of their potential husband would be.
We don't have to do that.
We don't, you're right. But they did.
Bruh.
It's there. So people, paranormal communities, people, they like to use them. It's meant to show the person images of their desires or they can hold spirits of recently deceased who couldn't cross over due to the mirror being uncovered, like I spoke about earlier. Either way, this is how using a mirror to summon a spirit or an image or kind of like a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Right? So have you ever played Bloody Mary? I don't think you have, knowing you.
Me personally, when I was younger.
You did? How was it?
Yeah.
Go for it. No?
I mean, I turned out fine and traumatized. It's chill.
Just like,
playing it as an adult is a little bit different. I used to play Bloody Mary in my like mid-20s. But it was at gay bars, and then they would give you drinks.
Yeah, there was usually, like some bacon in it or definitely Tabasco. Pepper.
Yes. Tell the Muslim man about bacon. Tell me more. What is it?
Oh
I'm
my
just giving
God.
you shit. Yeah, but like I just don't. I'd love to tell you that I don't fuck with this shit anymore, but you know damn well what the fuck I have in my closet in the form of a Ouija board.
In a board. It's a board. So yeah,
It's
so
actionable.
this is kind of like the idea of Candyman, right? You use a mirror to summon him. He has a hook hand and he's out to kill you. The other thing about the hook hand
Ew.
man killer, right, is that obviously he's not the only movie franchise that got inspired by like the hook-handed killer, basically the Hookman killer, because you have I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is getting a
Yeah.
reboot. Is it a reboot or is it just a
It's a
continue?
legacy. It's a legacy sequel.
Got it.
So it's what everyone's like, this is what Scream 5 tried to do. No, Scream 5 did the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really well done. It's
Yeah.
currently out in theaters now. Well, at the time of the recording. So Hook Hand, you've got Candyman, you've got I Know What You Did Last Summer. Do we have any other hooked killers?
So not that I can think of. I mean, if you go back to the actual movie Urban Legends, they do cover the legend, if you remember. Like where they're making out in the car and then she gets swiped up with the hook. Or he does. One of them does.
That's another legacy sequel that they need to create as Urban Legends.
Yes. There's so many urban legends they could cover.
No, I mean like the movie Urban Legends.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I was like, no, I know there's so many Urban Legends, but like the movie. Am I blonde this second half of the season? What the fuck's wrong with me?
No, we're just really excited and forgot how to do this.
I just want to preface to the audience, we stopped recording. Now you guys got episodes. We stopped recording in March.
Yes.
We did a
mini. Well, not a mini. We did a special
we did a Jose
episode
Prentice
in
cover.
June,
And we'll
and
always
that
cover
was
Jose Prentice. Always.
yes.
We'll fucking open up the floodgates for that man. And Ethan Daniel Corbett's facial cheeks. I had to specify. But we haven't been doing this since March.
We have been out.
Jesus. I'm like,
out of commission.
am I new to this? What the fuck?
That's exactly
Anyways,
how
I
it
love
feels.
you and you look great. I love you and you look amazing. So Urban Legends, Hook Hands, keep going. Tell me more. I'm interested.
So the most basic form of the legend, because there's various, very different elements to the legend, like depending on who you talk to. So the most basic form of this legend is the Hookman is either a crazed convict or a psych patient who escaped, right, from their containment.
So the same thing twice. Got it.
The same thing twice, just it depends on where he comes from his containment and kills an unsuspecting couple. So the legend has been circulating since about the 50s, which I think is funny because when you think of the 50s, they were still trying to embrace that whole, what I feel like is like the purity kind of culture, where it's, oh, Johnny, oh my God, I don't want to move to second base. Not like us in the 90s and the 2000s, you know.
I was about to give out my whole fucking first date history on.
I'm going to stop mine right where it's at. Sometimes my dad listens, and that's, hi, Dad.
Hi, Papa.
If you're watching this on YouTube.
Hi, Papa.
We're going to move past now. Okay, cool. Okay, so clearly there's a difference in a Hookman to Candyman, right? But the fact still remains the same, that a hook was used to kill the victims. And that's where we're at with how they used Candyman. Have Candyman using an aspect of a legend from the 50s. So I need to rewatch Urban Legends. I had a note in here that said Urban Legends, and I don't remember why I had it, but I just see it and I'm like, I need to rewatch that movie. I think it's streaming somewhere. I feel like.
Let me take a look. I'll find out right now. Just the first one, right?
Yeah. Not the, what was the other one? There was a second one.
There was an Urban Legends final cut with Ali Larder, but that was the thing with like the gold plated gun at the bottom. With like the prop thing and how they filmed like there was like college kids.
Yeah. It was in the first one too, I thought. Because this was her time period for like horror movies. Because this was also the same time as, she wasn't? I thought she was.
What the fuck is his name who played Morbius?
God damn it.
What the fuck is his name?
Is it Fishborn?
No.
Lawrence? No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but I don't. Are you talking about Jared Leto?
Quick. Are you dense?
I'm pulling them out. Joshua Jackson, because I remember Urban Legend. Joshua Jackson's been Rebecca Gayheart.
Jared Leto.
I said that. And then you told me, am I dense?
No, I didn't realize Jared Leto was in the first one, and it's officially streaming. You can watch it on rentable. It's rentable everywhere. It looks like $3.99 is the base price. YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango, which is my personal favorite, and Amazon Prime Video. The reason I say Fandango is because the selection on Fandango is insane.
Yes,
it's like thousands of films.
Indie and big. Okay.
Heavy on the indie, Jose Prendez, we love.
Yeah.
Heavy on indie. Also, my tongue is brown because I'm drinking iced coffee, but like,
Coffee?
It's coffee tongue.
It is a coffee tongue. Actually, before we deep dive a little bit further, because I'm going to go into, does everyone know who Clive Barker is?
Say the name again?
Clive Barker.
If you give me a moment. He's a writer and filmmaker. And he was born on October 5th, 1952.
Stop reading off of fucking Wikipedia.
He's actually an English writer, filmmaker, and visual artist, if you want to be precise.
Stop it. We see you looking down to the side, okay?
I'm not.
What?
I'm scrying in a mirror.
We are cutting this short. Goodbye.
Season's done. Nino's canceled. Done.
We're gonna go over and sage real quick, guys. Okay. Right. So let's go on a quick break, because what I'm gonna cover next is Clive Barker and his how he helped create Candyman.
Perfect. And before we do, just make sure to click the show notes and purchase the merch if you're able to. Also, once again, a reminder to follow us on all social media platforms, Paranormal Misfits Podcast and official Nino Daniel. Feel free to give us 5 stars and a great review to wherever you're listening to this podcast. And if there's opportunities to leave a comment on YouTube, for example, or even comment on our Instagrams and socials on what you'd like us to cover, we take audience feedback and follower feedback so fucking seriously. Yeah. And if you're a brand or business looking to do marketing with Paranormal Misfits Podcast, feel free to send an email to pmpsponsor@yahoo.com. Serious inquiries only. Otherwise, I'm sending so much more than La Llorona to you. The second half of this season, it's not even La Llorona. I'm sending Abigail, La Llorona, the Candyman. I'm sending Bloody Mary. I'm sending Hail Mary. Everyone's coming at you. But we will be right back after a message from the You Run Podcast Network.
Hey everyone, Chrissy here. So I just wanted to put you on to another one of our fantastic podcasts that are on the You Run Podcast Network. This month I'll be talking about Fans of the Dead. So this podcast has Mike and Jeremy are fans of the dead. They love everything horror and dedicate every episode to honoring that piece of genre. They discuss, and dissect some of your favorite films. Maybe some you've never heard of, but you should always check them out. They are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can check them out on the You Run Podcast Network over off of Instagram and also on the website. Check the show notes below.
Okie dokie.
And we are back.
Hello. All right. So. Hello. Now, I've read a few Clive Barker books. I don't know if anyone else has. Have you?
So many. My personal favorite of his is
Go ahead.
The Hellbound Heart, Forbidden Torture, The Forbidden Tortured Souls.
Stop looking down at your phone.
The Body Politic, like such good films.
Oh, yeah,
actually, I'll be so honest, like without being a jackass, I have not read any of his stuff. I am familiar with the name.
Yes. So oddly enough, Candyman and Hellraiser are 2 of Ray's favorite franchises. Go figure. Damn. Oh well.
La Llorona.
Anyways,
telling you.
La Llorona. That was my big toe. I'm knocking over whatever it was.
You guys, where will you be when gout hits?
Where will you be?
I hate us. I hate us today. Okay. Get to the second half, damn it.
I'm trying. Okay.
We are beginning to sound unorganized, and it's not us.
And the thing is I have notes. No, I'm structured.
This woman has pages. We both have notes. We both write our episodes.
We do really well. It just never seems like it sometimes. Okay. Anyways, coming back. So Clive Barker is an author. He's a horror author. You can find tons of his books. So the Hellbound Heart that you're talking about is actually the Hellraiser. Is what Hellraiser came from.
Period.
That series. Yeah. Now I don't know if anyone, I decided, like, I have a few of his books. Ray's read the Hellbound Heart. I think I bought him like a couple. I have a few, and one of them is the Books of Blood. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but Hulu created a streaming movie called The Books of Blood that you can watch it on Hulu. It's pretty good. I actually really liked it. I enjoyed it because what it is an anthology. Because Books of Blood is Books of Blood is mini stories all put in to a movie. And they did really well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But anyways, so coming back. So I didn't know this about Candyman. I like Candyman. I do. I've oddly enough watched all three. Is there three? Three movies? Wait, 1, 2. Yes, all
There's
three
a
of the
remake.
there. I did. So I'll get to the remake, and not everyone always agrees with this one, but we'll get to it. The original Candyman came out in 1992. It was actually inspired by Clive Barker, who's the writer-director of Books of Blood, and Hellraiser. He wrote a short story called The Forbidden, and that's actually the short story that inspired Candyman. The short story is about urban legends coming to life and how a downtrodden community protects their own. So, Candyman, same basis of using a university student who is looking and doing deep dives into urban legends and who notices a string of murders and mutilations that are happening to the residents and how the residents are trying to protect their own due to the urban legend that she's actually investigating on. So, that is essentially the short story. Now, that particular story, I don't have that volume for the Books of Blood because they're done in volumes. I think I have the first volume. This one's in the 5th volume. So if you're wanting to read it, it's there. It's in print. You just got to go find it. I found a lot of like Books a Million in our town, city. I call it a town because it's just, yeah. Okay, anyways. It's really big for minimal shit to do. But the Books a Million here, their horror franchise isn't very big. Like their horror section isn't very it's not big. I usually have to go to what we call a Chamberlain Book Mine, which is a new and used bookstore that's like floor to ceiling whole building of books everywhere that you can find books. So that's where I found a lot of his. So Clive Barker is, interestingly enough, gets credit for Candyman, but it was directed by Bernard Rose and obviously starred our lovely Tony Todd. Tony Todd, who was also in Final Destination. Yes. Okay. So anyways, let's talk about the franchise. Have you watched all 3 movies of the franchise? Like of the original, like when it first came out in the 90s?
For sure the first 2, because I don't think I watched the Day of the Dead?
Mm-hmm.
I know I watched, so when was it the 2020 remake or the 2021 remake? I think it was 21.
Yeah, 21.
I watched, so I prepared for that one by watching the OG 92 version.
The same thing.
And then I think I caught myself rewatching the second one. I don't think I got to the third. I don't think I've ever seen the third.
So I've watched all 3 because I was like, let's do it, right? I love the first one. The second one was, it's good, right? Because it's still it still followed the series, I guess. It still follows the same idea. It looks like it says, film follows the story of a school teacher, Annie, who comes to learn about her family's past after losing her father due to his obsession with the Candyman. She denies his existence after hearing her students talk about him and learning that one of her students was obsessed with him. She speaks his name to prove he doesn't exist. I remember this vividly. I'm pretty sure. Didn't she say it in the classroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you talking about the second one?
The second one.
I'm almost positive she said it in a classroom full of kids.
Yes.
I would have to go back and rewatch these because it has been...
It's been a minute.
I was like 12 when I watched this.
So
both movies came out while I was still in Bosnia, mind you.
I did watch. So it does still keep with the same characters, right? Not in the first one, though. Yeah, it's not the first one. 2 and 3 go together if anyone's looking to watch this franchise in its total, in its entirety.
The entire franchise, just really quick to add, the entire franchise of the first 3 films spans almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the third one continues. So it still revolves around Annie, but with Annie, it then takes on her daughter, who is I think she's like an artist, an exhibit. She does art exhibits. But this one, the reason why it's called Day of the Dead is because I believe they use some sort of part of California where it was predominantly Hispanics, and that's where the Day of the Dead part comes in. And her boyfriend or her business partner or whatever tries to capitalize on the art that she has. So the idea of this one is the full circle of it all is that Annie, the daughter, comes from the lineage of actual Candyman, the man that gets turned into Candyman, because he was an artist during the time period where they had enslaved individuals. He was an artist. He was commissioned by a plantation owner to paint either his wife or his daughter, and he ends up having relations with said person. She gets pregnant. They find out. They like tar and whatever him, and I believe how he ends up with the hook is they cut off his hand and insert a hook into it.
Oh, it's giving very Guns Akimbo.
So that's the third one. The third out of all three, the way they actually came out is how I would rate them. Obviously, the original is top tier. The second one it's okay. The third one, you're just like, God, why?
It's like, honestly, to me, it's like what you're talking about the reading, and I don't want to get too far off topic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the way they fucked the Jeepers Creepers franchise.
Yes. How
Like,
it progressively got worse.
I will say the second one with the school and the student, that was okay. It was a little bit too Rambo for me at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
First one, top tier, can't beat it.
Yep.
And then what the fuck were they thinking with the fifth one?
Is that
what the
Reborn?
Fuck were they, was it the fifth or the fourth?
Which one's Reborn?
Whatever the very last one is. I think it's Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I think you're right. It's Reborn.
Is that the one that goes? Like, is that the one that's at the festival? There's
whatever one they used to kill like a compass on the top of a house. Kill him.
That's the one. That's the one. That was absolute garbage. I looked at Ray because Ray's like, "Well, let's try it," and I said, "Okay," and we put it on, and I'm like, "I'm banning you for 2 weeks from ever picking a movie while we're together."
You've got so you've got Jeepers Creepers.
Mm-hmm.
Jeepers Creepers first of all, the time distance between this franchise. So Jeepers Creepers OG 2001, right. Jeepers Creepers 2 2003, cool. Jeepers Creepers 3 2017, 14 years later. And then Reborn comes out in 22. And he looks
Remember with Jeepers Creepers though, the director was a pedophile.
Isn't the director the same of the
I think that's why it took so long to come out. Because
wait, hold on. Who directed this one? Victor Salva directed 1, and then Victor Salva directed 2, and then 3 was Victor Salva. What the fuck? And then 4 was Timo. I'm not even gonna fucking pronounce it. But okay, so anyways, I'm so sorry again. The ADHD in the both of us today, crazy.
So let's actually. I do want to get your input on the 2021 Candyman.
Okay.
All right.
My honest feedback?
Yes.
I liked it.
You did? Okay, good. Because I did too, but a lot of people didn't.
I don't understand the hate for it because it was okay. I wanna just really quickly.
Go for it.
The thing that I paid attention to the most in this film that was so eerie is the way they set up like the shot sequencing with like the mirror catches fucking got me, because you never like there's that one scene where he's in the bathroom and then the camera pans just to where you get a glimpse of another mirror and he just flashes right there. And then on top of that, the thing that stands out to me the most, and I'm going to say this very respectfully, whoever did the color grading of this film understood the fact that they had to work with Black actors.
Yes.
So every color that was shown on screen as a set piece was complementary to darker skin tones, more melanated skin tones. And I say that respectfully because a lot of the times it's an afterthought. Like if you take a look at the way Cruella was done, the Disney version of Cruella, and they have that like news reporter girl who's friends with Cruella working in a newsroom that's got like the browns and the beiges, and she's also herself a melanated, beautiful woman. She almost like fades into the background. This was the antithetical opposite. You've gotten like the turquoise colors, you've gotten like the bright yellows, you've gotten the greens and the reds to where dark melanated skin stands out. I was focused on what the fuck was happening. And can we talk about the fact that like the rendition of Say My Name that came out during this? And they only released the minute 16-second version for the trailer. That's it.
I know. It was great.
Top tier.
I like when horror movies have layers to it, you know?
And he was an art collector.
Yes. Well, on top of that, you have the socio-political climate of the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, the socioeconomic status of like the
gentrification and everything that happens behind it.
The gentrification that's happening. People, I understand that horror is one of those like genres that gets looked over. It is absurdly political, absurdly religious, absurdly like stacked with like different messages.
Yes.
I think that's also why I loved it, because if you look at Candyman 2021, and I'm sure like if I rewatch the original one from 92, the 2021 version, he's almost a hero.
Almost. Right. Because at the end, whenever she's arrested in the back,
He
and
beats the
she's
fuck
trying
up out
to
of the
tell
cop.
them, right.
He tried to, he was like, they ain't gonna arrest my baby.
And that artist that was so obsessed, like the focal point of the guy artist who was so obsessed working on all of his art. What's wrong?
I own it. I'm looking at my DVD collection right now. I own it. Candyman 2021, right up there.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Candyman itself has gentrification. It has racial trauma. It has myth as a memory. It has how different backgrounds deal with the trauma that they face, because a lot of it comes from building it into an urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, how many different versions of La Llorona do you have?
Gajillions.
Right.
Every
and the thing
culture
is,
has
it's
their
not
own.
it's yeah, exactly. It's not just stemmed strictly towards like a Hispanic culture, but also each Latin American country has a different version of their La Llorona.
With lore, like different lore. I think Bosnia might have something too. Can I also
They
add to
do.
what you were saying really quickly?
Yeah.
The thing with Candyman 2021, if you pay attention to him crying out for help, with everything that was happening and it being so dismissed,
yes,
that is not only a nod to men's mental health, that's a nod to Black men's mental health.
Yep.
And it almost is reminiscent of the Tuskegee syphilis study that they did back in like the 40s or 50s, where they kept like prodding and probing Black people to see if they would like, if they were more prone to pain. I think it was like they injected something in them or something like that. Like it, but I remember the pain aspect of the Tuskegee syphilis study.
Yeah, well, so the other thing is with that study is they weren't telling them what they were putting in them.
Yes.
They were giving them syphilis without ever telling them, and not properly treating it either along the way.
Yeah, it was like a, go ahead, sorry.
No.
You.
The other part of going back to the pain portion, when I was in nursing school, that is a pain point. You see the disparities within the medical community when it comes to different races, because medical journals, medical research was all done for the Caucasian man, not even the Caucasian woman, but just the man. And they amounted, and the reason why African Americans have such a big disparity in the medical field when it comes to people understanding what they're feeling, how their symptoms are coming out, is because they've never taken the initiative to actually deep dive into it, and they automatically assume that they have a higher pain threshold when that's not always the case. Like, that's just fuck. Like, goddamn.
Think about Black women who are pregnant that don't talk about the pains that they do have because of how they get mistreated. Oh my Lord.
The original C-section was done on Black pregnant enslaved women with no sterilization, no pain management, no post-op management. They just wanted to see if it could be done successfully, and instead of using a Caucasian woman for it during that time period when the C-section was going to be hot and popular, they used a Black woman, and then like they were cast to the side, and I think that's bullshit. But like, yeah, that's what I loved about Candyman. That was the thing about Sinners. Sinners has a multitude of layers to it, because Sinners,
allegory to racism in that film, insane.
Right. The white passing for Mary's character, the hoodoo voodoo, the fact that like the vampires were Irish folk people who understood like their own version of being colonized, like all of it. Like, there's so many fucking layers to everything, and that's actually what I like about really well done horror movies. And of course, who directed 2021?
Don't tell me. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I just saw this information.
I was just looking to the side. And how are his movies?
Nia DaCosta directed it, and I love her. And Nia DaCosta is responsible for, let's take a look. Did she direct 28 Years Later?
Was she 28?
I mean, she directed The Marvels.
She did do the Marvels. Let's see. The black girl dies last. Night and Day.
Oh, sorry, she's doing 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. It's coming out next year. That was great.
There's a second fucking part.
They filmed 2 back to back. It's kind of like what they did with Wicked.
Oh gosh.
So,
but the other great part about 2021's is that Jordan had a portion in it as well.
Jordan Peele?
Mm-hmm. He was a co-writer.
He makes fucking sense.
So.
Also, Jordan fucking Peele, like that. I need to do a whole thing about, like, people need to realize, as someone who is just funny, as someone who is just naturally funny, and I am, and I mean, I'm naturally funny, but I get it from my dad. My dad is the funniest man on this planet. Horror and comedy are so fucking reflective of each other. If you can be funny, you can absolutely be like maniacal.
Yes.
So absolutely. I just know when we get to interview Damien Leone at some point on this podcast, I'm going to be laughing my actual fucking hairline off. Not anytime soon. So
not your ass, just the hairline.
Shut up. No, bitch, because I'm doing squats and I don't want my ass to go anywhere. But
there you go.
I think also, if you look at Sinners too, Ryan Coogler. Mm-hmm. Come on, friend. Let's be so fucking for real.
I know.
Like, and how much money it made. These studios need to realize what representation means. The news that we got about Greta Gerwig and the news that we got about Margot Robbie not being tied to a Barbie sequel, I'm already not seeing it.
Right. Yep.
Are you fucking kidding? Anyways, sorry, finish. Love you.
All right. Well, I'm pretty much like, that's my cover. So Candyman, guys, there's more to Candyman than, it's not just a movie franchise. It's also got some urban legends to it. It's got some inspiration from, if you're a big Hellraiser fan, it's got inspiration from the Hellraiser creator. So, I mean, it's a different way to look at all of it.
Oh my God, I just also fucking realized that Nathan Stewart Jarrett, who plays Troy Cartwright in the 2021 edition, was in one of my favorite films I just saw on Hulu called Femme.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh my God. Olman Domingo. That man, he has won a Pulitzer Prize in my house.
In my house.
Coleman Domingo, I mean, you know him from Lincoln, you know him from Euphoria, you know him anyways. But thank you for the lore on Candyman. Big shout out to our 2021 Candyman, Yaha Abdul Mateen II. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the writers of the film, Jordan Peele and Rosenfeld, Nia DaCosta, Bernard Rose, and of course a nod to Clive Barker. Yep, Clive Barker again. So
also,
this is what
shout
I think
out.
this is what.
Shout out to Tony Todd. Don't forget him.
Tony Todd forever. Tony Todd forever. This cast is beautiful, gorgeous. Mm-hmm. It is such a well done film, and
yes.
Well, have you noticed that, this can be a whole separate thing about cinema and racism, because I want to cover that at one point, because I've noticed that when a more Caucasian director steps in, the budget is we have unlimited amounts of money. But then you look at what is it, Black Panther, the first one, because I think that was I'm not mistaken, that was Ryan Coogler. If I'm not mistaken, that was Ryan Coogler.
Really beautiful.
Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Rest in peace. Yeah, Ryan Coogler. Written and directed by Ryan Coogler, mind you.
And he did Creed.
And he loves himself some Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only time it's acceptable for me. That's the only time it's acceptable for me. Because also, Michael B. Jordan is selective.
Yes. I will, yeah.
Bear in mind, Michael B. Jordan was in Sinners. When did the Creed movie come out? 2023? 2015? Mm-hmm. He was in something else during the COVID era, too. He was in another film that had come out. But what I'm saying to this is the film was given, I think, $100 million budget for Black Panther. In the billions is what it grossed. Anyways, thank you for sharing this. It's always good to catch little moments of lore and everything. He was in Creed Rise to Glory. That was the 2023 one. And Creed 3 and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So he's again, looks like he is super selective, which we love. But yeah, any post-show shout-outs you want to give out before we take it on home?
Shout out to our husbands, per the usual. I know mine is holding down the fort with 3 kids.
And she is itching to get off of this fucking show today.
No, I'm not because I gotta go drive. Shout out to our listeners. Shout out to our podcast friends. Shout out to everybody who's been on this podcast with us. We appreciate you, and you're always welcome back. And shout out to Scott at You Run because that man.
Love you.
I
Love
love
you,
the
boss.
promotions he gives us.
Love you, boss. Love you,
Love ya.
boss. Love you. Love you, big boss man. We run, so I want to specify when I say that, like, we are the owners of Paranormal Misfits Podcast. You Run is our network that we go through, and Scott also does his own podcast. On top of
He does two.
on top of holding an entire network, and I don't think that that's his full-time job, right? Like, he has
It's
a
not.
full-time gig with a family.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's
Insane.
overseas, guys. I think he's in England.
He's in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, something like that. Big shout out to all of our colleagues on the You Run Podcast Network.
Yep.
What a special place to be. I want to double down on the husbands. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to my little Binksy. Huge shout out to my sister. Yeah, just loving where my life is at, loving what I'm doing. Really appreciative to be here, be alive, and be happy and healthy. And as always, a huge shout out to my co-host for, I was a little tepid last year when I was like, I don't know if I can do it. And then when we filmed 17 episodes a day before I went to Bosnia.
Oh my God, the stress.
Bruh, I was like, we're going to die.
Of exhaustion.
No, literally, we were filming, I think one day, we did 3 a week for like 2-3 weeks in a row.
One time, I think we even remotely thought about doing 4.
No. I think our cap is 3. Our cap is 3.
Our cap is 3.
You guys should see our text message thread. Anyway, we're getting a little beyond ourselves. But no, thank you so much for listening to Paranormal Misfits Podcast. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey. Make sure that you click on the show notes, purchase the merch if you're able to, and pay attention to my social media page and Paranormal Misfits Podcast media page, where we talk about how frequent like these sales come up from Threadless. We love you, Threadless. And if you're able to purchase the merch, great. If not, there is free support. You can give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Are we on Google or did we still?
No, I think Google took theirs down.
Eat my ass. Take a bite.
Whatever.
A lot to go around. So yeah, feel free to hit the like and follow button, leave us a 5-star review, and be sure to follow Paranormal Misfits Podcast and Official Nino Daniel on all social platforms. And if you're a brand or business looking to seriously advertise with Paranormal Misfits Podcast, please send us an email to pnpsponsor@yahoo.com. Serious inquiries only, or I'm fucking sending everyone after you. I've got a Ouija board and iced coffee, anxiety, and I'm gay. I'm sending everyone after you.
We are pulling out all the stops.
Honey. But thank you all for joining us. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, kids of all ages, hopefully at least 16 or older listening to this.
Good God, please.
Good God. I know you don't want to leave, but since you have to go, you might as well creep out. Bye.
Bye.